Y en más información, el Banco de Sangre y Tejido del sur de Texas está realizando una nueva campaña para urgir al público a que salve una vida, pues es muy grande la escasez de este líquido.
En esta campaña se hace un llamado y está integrada a una mujer de 68 años de edad, a la cual la donación del preciado líquido le salvó la vida. Vamos con Mónica Navarro.
Durante el verano existe la escasez de sangre porque los principales donadores, que son los estudiantes, están de vacaciones. Sin embargo, este verano ha alcanzado niveles de emergencia, por lo que el Banco de Sangre ha iniciado una campaña con las mismas personas a las que le han salvado la vida.
Mi vida fue salvada y estoy viva por los grandes donantes, gracias.
Al salir del hospital, María García, de 68 años de edad, fue a agradecer que le salvaron la vida a estos donantes, después de recibir plaquetas de donadores por 7 semanas, día y noche.
Cuando estaba en el hospital, estaba asustada, pero las enfermeras me calmaban, me decían, ahorita hablamos al banco de sangre y le van a traer las plaquetas.
Ella puso especial empeño en que más personas donen el preciado líquido. Inclusive diariamente a sus 500 amigos de Facebook los motiva para este propósito. Y este gran empeño fue tomado en cuenta por el Banco de Sangre, que decidió hacer 50,000 panfletos con la imagen de María que serán distribuidos por San Antonio.
Estos flyers van a llegar a gente que quizás nunca ha pensado donar. Entonces les queremos decir que es muy fácil, no duele, no están en ningún riesgo, pero sí van a salvar 3 vidas. Por lo menos 3 vidas.
Cada 2 segundos una persona necesita una transfusión de los diferentes elementos que componen la sangre, preciado líquido que está escaseando seriamente, ya que no solamente es necesaria cuando ocurre un accidente o en una cirugía, sino continuamente la requieren pacientes con enfermedades crónicas, enfermos de cáncer, que están en quimioterapia y bebés prematuros. Todavía usted tiene tiempo de venir hoy al Banco de Sangre a donar, o lo puede hacer el fin de semana. Si ya le llegó este panfleto o no, de todas maneras, usted salve una vida. Regreso con ustedes.
The blood bank is putting the call out for donations, and as the night team's Jennifer Dodd reports, donations are typically low in the summer, and this year is no exception.
With 6 kids and a slew of grandkids, Maria Garcia has a big family by anyone's standards.
I have 16 grandchildren. 16 and 11 great-grandchildren.
Not to mention a husband of 53 years, giving her at least 34 reasons to stay healthy. So when she came down with a rare autoimmune disorder that caused her blood count and platelet count to drop, her family was very concerned. Garcia was hospitalized and needed blood immediately.
When you're in the hospital and you're scared because of your illness and you need this blood, I had no idea of all the people that give blood.
Out of the hospital and doing well, Garcia is now the face of a new campaign the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center is launching called Give of Yourself, and the timing couldn't be better with the blood supply particularly low.
We have 23% of our donors that come in to donate throughout the year come from high schools and colleges, and during the summer those groups are not necessarily in session.
Now, if you're thinking, I already gave blood, you're not off the hook because it doesn't last long. If I gave blood today, June 8th, it would only be good until the 19th. It has a viability of just 42 days.
And while all types of blood are needed, those people with O-negative blood are urged to come in and donate. O-negative, the universal donor, can be given to anyone. Jennifer Dodd, KSAT 12 News.
For more information on how to give blood, you can log on to our website, ksat.com.
Good morning. You're watching Focus on South Texas. I'm Karen Martinez. Well, there is a constant need for donors at the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center, more so during the summertime. And this weekend, you will hear from one woman who is sharing her story of how donors saved her life in hopes that more people will be inspired to donate as well. Joining us now is Carmen Davila with the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center, and Maria Garcia, who is a recipient and who's really made it her mission to get the word out about donating. Thank you, ladies, for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Maria, let's start with you. I want to talk about your story and your experience, because this is a passion of yours to get the word out and to help others. You were diagnosed and you battled an illness called ITP. Tell us a little bit about that and tell us when you first noticed something was wrong.
My health started by me not feeling sick, but the changes in my body. So I went to a doctor, what was to me a normal doctor visit, and when I was there, they find out that my platelet count was real low. So I was sent to the hospital, admitted to the hospital, and then after 7 weeks, my spleen had to be removed. The ITP is an immune disorder that takes the platelets, and in my spleen, that's where they were being removed. So I needed platelets like morning, noon, and night. During the surgery of my spleen, they use platelets. So I have used a lot of platelets thanks to all the donors from the area that have come to help. I feel like all these donors have the way they give, their heart is as big as Texas, and they saved my life, and that's why I'm always saying donate to save lives. Donate like they saved my life.
I mean, yeah, exactly. What were you thinking when you go to the doctor and you think, okay, maybe I'm not feeling well, I have a couple of symptoms, I don't know what's wrong with me, but then to hear you need to go to the hospital, you need platelets.
That was scary. And not only have these people helped me by donating, they have helped my whole family, because it made a difference that I'm still here. And everybody has just been wonderful at the blood bank. And I want everybody to donate, because that's how lives get saved.
Exactly. And Carmen, I know that you are on a mission as well to help Maria get the word out and to help her fulfill her goals. What is the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center doing to help?
Well, what we are doing this summer is sending these out. It's a Give of Yourself, Donate Blood. It's a new campaign that is bright and colorful, and these are going to 50,000 new homes in hopes of finding new donors. When we say blood is constantly needed, blood only has a short shelf life, 42 days for red blood cells and 5 days for platelets. So we need to continuously see people every single day. The need changes, and we're in contact with those hospitals to find out what those needs are. And so it varies by type, by urgency, and sharing stories like Maria helps people come out and donate blood.
Absolutely, because you put a face to your donation.
Yes.
You know that you really are making a difference in helping somebody. And thank goodness for all the people out there who donate. You have your regular donors who go on a regular basis and do this out of the kindness of their heart. But it's summertime. Times are a little bit more difficult during the summer. Why so? Why does the need increase?
23% of our donors are high schools and universities, and they're out on summer vacation. So we see less donors because of that. And so we're asking people to come to one of our fixed sites. They do receive a t-shirt over the summertime because we're enticing them to help people out. And sometimes people need a little support in coming in, so our technicians are ready to see the new donors. We're willing to help them get comfortable, hydrate them, explain the entire process to them in hopes that they continue to donate and be regular donors.
And let's talk more about the goodies, because I love the t-shirts. Colorful, it's very cool for the summer, and there's some koozies that you can get as well. Yes. Tell me about some of the other incentives that you offer donors.
Okay. Well, we have a rewards program, which donors, when they come in to donate, they earn points, and so they can go online and get a t-shirt just like this one, or they can get Fandango movie codes to go to the movies, as well as other items such as health rewards as well. So,
what are the requirements to donate? Who can donate?
We ask that 16-year-olds have a parental consent, 17 years and older, and good general health can donate blood.
And this is, the 16-year-old age limit, that's fairly recent, I think within the last year or so.
Yes.
It used to be 17 or older only. How has the response been from our younger folks?
The response has been really good. A lot of high schools, as I said, have helped support our patient needs, and so when they are out on summer, we really feel the pinch over the summertime, so we're doing everything we can to get donors in the door and try to entice new donors to come in, because those students are willing to give of themselves. They take the time out of their school. The principals and nurses allow us to come in and host those drives, and so we really feel it over the summertime when they're gone.
Maria, what is your main message to people watching? What do you want them to know about donating? Maybe they're scared, or maybe they think my donation won't make that big of a difference. Somebody else will donate. What do you say to them?
Think of how scared it is, how scared the patient is when they're in the hospital and they tell them you need blood, and you think, where am I going to get blood? Because when I had never been sick, when I ended up in the hospital, it was, who do I have to call to get blood? Not realizing that we have the blood bank. And the nurses would say, Ms. Garcia, we called the blood bank in 20 minutes, you're going to get your platelets, and for sure they were there. So this is a guarantee, and it's a guarantee for all illness, not only for me that I needed platelets, but all kinds of needs that the different illness have. So donate, because you never know who you're helping. It could be a baby to an older person, but you're helping somebody save lives.
And it's a very, the message that you just said really struck me, because you said you were in the hospital, you made that phone call, and the blood was there, the donation was there. But could you imagine if you're in the hospital, you're that person or that's your loved one, and the donation is not there? I mean, constantly, we need the donors, we need the help out there in the community. Carmen, who else benefits from these donations?
Chemotherapy patients benefit from these, accident victims, trauma victims. When you hear the news, you sometimes hear some of the accidents and scary situations that are out there. So it's our job from the center to try to get donors to come in. Sometimes we have to make a specific call for particular types of blood. So we are constantly working to have that blood on the shelf when those calls come from the hospital.
Are there any other people who are recipients that have really touched you, that you've met, who have received blood and they just touched your heart?
Definitely. We have a patient over in Seguin, Diane De La Garza, who is going to be sharing her story this summer as well, helping us at a Seguin blood drive, a community-wide blood drive. So that's something, when people come out to share their stories, such as Diane and Maria, it makes a difference to people, and it makes them think about, you would want that for your loved one if they were to get ill. You want to make sure that somebody has that, whether you know them or not. And that's something that a lot of our donors tell us, is they don't know who they're helping, they just know they're helping somebody at the other end.
And like you said, it could be an emergency, so you never know who will be affected and who will need those donations. Maria, you're doing good now?
I'm doing really good. I have had my 3rd birthday since my illness, and I'm every day it's a gift of life, and to me it's a gift of life. And I want to thank everybody that donates with their heart as big as Texas, because that's the people that give. Those are the ones that I am forever grateful to.
And Carmen, it's easy to give because you have several locations. What are a few of your locations where people can go?
We have a location in New Braunfels, and then we have 5 locations here in San Antonio, and we even have a site in Victoria, Texas.
Awesome. Okay, common questions, because I know people are a little apprehended about going. They hear needle and they get scared. Some common questions that you get: does it hurt?
It hurts a little. You have a pinch. What we like to tell our donors is to think about the patient in the hospital. Some of them don't have a choice. The children that are in the hospital don't have a choice of getting pricked or checked for their blood levels. So we want to remind them that there's somebody at that receiving end. And a little pinch, a little time of sitting in a chair, it is volunteer. So we ask people to think about those patients when they're donating blood.
Is it safe?
It is safe. We use a kit per donor, and we have automated systems that we change those kits out, so it is safe to donate blood.
Another common question I hear people ask all the time is, how do you feel afterwards? Are you woozy? Are you fine? Can you go back to work?
Yeah, we ask people that are in general good health to come out and donate blood. We ask them to hydrate well, especially during the summer months. We want them to be well hydrated because they're going to lose a pint of that fluid that is in them. So we ask that they have eaten prior to their donation. So if anyone has any questions, we ask that they call us. If they're on any medication, we ask that they call us, just so that we can help them, their donation process go smoothly.
Okay, and you have snacks there, I know, at the center, in case you didn't have a chance to eat, or you're, it's going to be a little bit before you can get to a meal. There are snacks there,
Yes.
And I'm happy to say that I've donated before, so I know that, I can tell you from experience, it doesn't really hurt. It is a little prick, and when you think about all the things that the recipients are going through, whether they're in the hospital, they're worried about their illness, they don't know what they're dealing with, or they're going through chemotherapy, or another disease, and dealing with a disease, and they need that help. A few moments of discomfort, you will just feel so great for doing such a good deed to help the community and to help people out there. Carmen, what's your final message to people watching?
Well, our campaign this summer is Give of Yourself, and you are truly giving from your heart to someone else, and that's a message we want people to remember. Give of yourself, it takes a little time.
Maria, your final message to people watching?
Encourage everyone to give blood because they can save lives like they saved mine.
Absolutely. And we are so glad that you were doing so well. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And happy anniversary to you and your husband. I have to say that as well because you're celebrating the birthday and the anniversary. So good for you. And we'll put up some information about the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center. If you would like to donate, you can be 16 years of age with parental consent. Good general health. How much do you have to weigh?
110 pounds.
110 pounds. And your website?
SouthTexasBlood.org.
Thank you, ladies, so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be back with more.